So today we need to talk about pro players being exposed as frauds, and this is obviously a very deep and dark secret amongst the pro Valorant community, but this has happened multiple times now, where a pro player has been replaced by an assistant coach, and the team has automatically looked a lot better. And we are talking about Team Heretics today, which I did not expect to be talking about in this video today, but then they did a couple things. One, they were playing with their coach, Weber. Here he is, playing KO. And number two, they played this comp on Pearl. They're playing Yoru Jet. No Sentinel. Double Initiator, double Duelist with just an Astra. And it was fun. And they won. So let's take a look at how they did it. And we'll start here with round number 5. And they are on the attacking side here, Team Heretics. And really, this is bizarre because this isn't even their map pick, but you wouldn't have thought that based on the way that they kind of played. So actually, they're on a save this round, Giants, but I mean, I just had to show you this exec. And in this save, they go for this little double push up B, and Avova sees one, and then he sees a second. And so obviously he relays that information, and whilst that's going on, the rest of the team have come and taken this main control. Now they're just going to pause, right? They're just going to wait and see, is this aggression going to continue? Are they going to actually push up B here? Are they pushing mid? You see the Prowler comes out just there. Obviously, we've got the hard wall just coming in here, but eventually, once they kind of feel maybe a bit secure, obviously they don't have that Sentinel in this comp, so they do have to be a bit more worried about any kind of fast flanks. But once they feel like the time has passed, they now start to make their way over towards the A site. They send in the fake Yoru clone, which gets shot by this Viper just there. And now they get ready to do their exec, and it's going to be a very, very good exec. And this is kind of what's so shocking, is how is it so good when they've had so little time to prepare? So you might have seen an Astra Star actually went in here. I think based off the fact that they had the information that the Viper shot from that side, it actually initially misses, but Hoodie, as he's throwing down the snake bite, actually does end up going into it. Well, you see the Yoru teleport gate crash just land by the box here. You've got this KO nade down in there as well towards the little cubby there, and now you're going to see some just really cool stuff as well with the Fade utility. The Fade utility, I must say, as the KO knife comes in, Hoodie actually avoids it. But then we're going to get the C's, which obviously means that Hoodie can't hear what's going on. So the C's pairing here with the Yoru gate crash in as well was really, really nice. So you see a flash comes in. The Yoru TPs, we're about to get a Fade Haunt coming in just a second as well. But Mixwell basically gets a free one there. Then the Fade Haunt is landing just up here as well. That's going to reveal 2 players just here as well here for Team Heretics. And you'll see it just, I mean, look at that. That one's a free one with the Prowler going towards it as well. That one's pretty free just there. A really, really nice exec here, with all the different parts really working pretty well together. They end up in a 2v4, and this round will actually end up being close because Nookie was just, anytime he had a Sheriff in his hand, just turned into an absolute god in this map early on, at least. He just couldn't miss a shot, it seemed like, as he gets a kill there. But they will eventually win this round, but I mean, this just goes to show. I mean, this was, how do they have such a good exec playing such a bizarre comp, where there's a lot of moving parts to that exec, right? They're playing with an assistant coach. How many times have they even scrimmed this map? As I said, this wasn't even their map pick, so it's not like, you could say, oh, well, they definitely prepped this map heavy. Not necessarily, because this was Giants' pick, and you see that Nookie does make it close here, but Avova, will just play the time with his Astra stuck just there, and will ultimately win the round. But, I mean, yeah, it just goes to show how good it was, and to be fair to Weber, he didn't look out of place whatsoever. And now let's come to round number 7, where it's much the same stuff. We're going to see some nice little Yoru stuff going on. They go for like the fake aggressive wall here, do Giants, with the Fade Haunt. And Kellogg's goes for a double updraft, but doesn't see anyone just there. And we will eventually get this A split coming in. We get the KO knife coming in towards Art just there. And you can see we're kind of ready to do the split with Avova, just again watching to see if anyone pushes up. We get the Prowler here spots where this sky is, right? And so now, once the Prowler spots where this sky is, take a look at Mixwell, because he's going to go for a little gate crash here behind this box, and he's about to go for a flash with the TP, and because he TPs and the timing of this flash landing, what happens is Cloud hears the TP, turns around into the flash, and gets fully blind. That's what's about to happen here, as you'll see in just a second. So you see he turns right into the flash. Mixwell gets the kill, and he's able to skirt away as well. Now at this point, they just again check for any aggression coming back from the side of Giants here. Obviously, they've seen down towards B. Nothing's happened there for the first 40 seconds, so perhaps feeling confident in this flank at this point. And, well, Giants tried to get aggressive again down here. Mixwell's going to swing. He's going to see it. He is going to lose the fight, but Boo with a nice little trade just there. And then he thinks about ulting, but they just come and swing this again together. But the thing is, whilst that's going on, now these two are in kind of position, and they're basically just going to pinch on this guy here, Hoodie, who has basically no chance at this point. You see the dash comes in from Kellogg's. He just annihilates him straight away. 4v2, you just see like really, really good stuff overall, and they come in onto the site. We can run the rest of the round a bit quicker because, you know, at this point, basically the spike goes down. Kellogg's, you know, maybe, I don't love, like, you know, super aggro peak there in the 4v2, and he does end up in a situation where he can't really escape, and he does die, but there ultimately isn't enough time here, really, for Giants, because, you know, a lot of time is starting to tick off the clock, and we get a fade ult in there as well, and so, you know, at this point, it kind of becomes just a little save mission after they get revealed by the horn there. And yeah, they do get that kill there from Nookie, but again, they do just have to save, and you see a really nice round again from Team Heretics. And then let's come to round number 12, where again, you'll see the Yoru finding more value here. As we come into this round, again, they're going to pressure in towards Art. We get kind of a similar setup to the last round we just saw. KO knife in here, but does actually catch the Sky this time with this wall, and Giants come and take the ult up just there for the Sky. They rotate over towards B because they don't have a ton of info there, but as I said, they are going to come in towards Art. They send in the fake Yoru clone, get a little spam off there. Fatino actually doesn't shoot the clone, but there goes that same little gate crash just there, and you'll see in just a second, you know, this gate crash, he fakes it, and Fatino takes a look over here, and that just gives Kellogg's enough time as he's looking from one way to the next to know where he is, and sure, Kellogg's gets a little bit fortunate. I won't, you know, try and pretend that wasn't fortunate. But in comes the fade ult now as well, and Giants now obviously know what's going on. They send out the Seekers, and in comes Kellogg's just here. Kellogg's is going to die, but we get a really good trade here by Mixwell, and then as this orb is falling as well, Boo's going to swing out and find another kill on the backside as well. So again, really good trades. There goes Boo's kill as well. Harbor ult comes out, but now we just chill, right? We're in a 4v2. No point running into a harbor ult when we don't need to. We might, you know, what's the point in that? So they just chill, send in this KO knife, and now from here again, we can kind of just run this a bit faster forward, because essentially all that's going to happen is they're going to walk over towards B, and they're going to play a very solid post plant. And so you see, especially on their attack side here, Mixwell found quite a bit of value from this Yoru, and some of the time it looked like really polished. There were other times that I have omitted from this video where it didn't look so polished, and it did look a bit like, what are you doing? But he's going to get the spike down here, and they're just going to create a little firing squad. They get the KO knife coming in, telling them they're both there. There you go. And yeah, from here, it's just an absolute firing squad, as you see. Both players just there, and so Rhyme in a 1v4. Yeah, no real hope for him here, really, as again, the firing squad is just there. And Heretics won a 9-3 half. I don't know what you're thinking. Yeah, okay, they had a nice attack off, but surely this comp struggled on the defensive side, surely, right? Well, yeah, they did. But eventually they started to figure it out, and let's come to round number 22. And really, I think what they started to sort of figure out is they just had to be aggressive down here on B. Obviously, Giants are playing the loud comp, right? Which is obviously a comp that does like to go B a lot, but between most of the time it was the Jet and the Yoru. Here it's the KO and Yoru. You know, they would find little ways of being aggressive, whether it was Mixwell kind of being in this cubby and TPing away, or whether it was Kellogg's kind of fighting it with an op, right? Like, different ways that they would manage to kind of win these rounds down on B towards the end of the half. And in this one, you could see straight away they do have, again, a pretty aggressive setup here. This time, the aggressive setup, you know, they'd actually just back out. But, you know, because Mixwell's here, because he can hear all those footsteps coming at him, you know, they get that early info, which means the rotates are on their way, you know, kind of straight away here from Heretics. You see, we've got already kind of 4 people on this half of the map. You know, kind of waiting for this exit. The smokes go up. It just becomes obviously a smoke fest, as it often is here on Pearl. Kellogg's, unfortunately for him, misses this dash and hits the wall, and so he can't escape just there. And Weber as well dies. But Mixwell does manage to trade on Nookie, as he's just in the backside here. And I was wondering whether he would actually go for this TP. He decides not to in this instance, but he had done that kind of thing before and found kills with it. But he's just going to use the chaos of all these smokes. You know, being up, he finds a second kill there on Cloud, and you see he's just going to end up running in here with a nice flash, finds another one on Fatino, and he just, you know, using this chaos to his advantage. Now he goes for his Yoru ult to, you know, find where these two players are. So they do find where they are, and then this is a nice idea as well, where Boo is going to try and throw the C's. I think Rhyme does just manage to get out of the area that C's, but it does not matter because Mixwell will still find that kill, and now they're just sticking the spike the whole way through. Hoodie does find one, but it's too late, and Heretics would manage to win the round and win the game. And this just goes to show, maybe these assistant coaches, it turns out, are really the secret sauce this whole time, because this is twice now where a team has gotten rid of one of their players, had to play an assistant coach, and somehow has ended up looking much better after doing so.